Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? All good? Yeah, so two centers are live for now. Can I check which centers are these? So, how are we doing all? All good? Is there anyone who have not attended my last class? That was the first class of mine. Please mark your attendance, all of you, and tell me if you have any doubt what we have covered in the last class, right? We have started Venn diagram, okay? We have seen couple of examples, like how we solve via formula, or suppose if we are supposed to solve using the Venn diagram. That is a quite easier method, okay? So please mark your attendance. And Bachcho, let me know if you can hear me, you can see me clearly, okay? Please write something. Shillong, yes. Hello, Shillong. How many students are there in Shillong? Tatsu College, only one, okay. Okay. So let's start with the solution. And if you remember, I have given you two problems, right, for homework. So what are your answers for question number one? Tell me your answer. Let me tell you, problem was in a group of students, 65 play football, right? 65 play football. In football, there are total of 5 students. 65 were total, right? So how many play football? 65. And we have hockey. Hockey, it is 45. It is 45. Okay. Football and hockey both. Football and hockey. It is 20. 42 play cricket. There are total of cricket, which is 42. And then we have 25 play football and cricket. Football and cricket. Okay. So this is given how much? 25. And lastly, we have hockey and cricket. Hockey and cricket, which is 25, and this is 15. Right? That was the problem. You have to find. You have to find the individual, right? Individual. How many are there who play only football, only hockey, and only cricket? Sorry. All three sports. We have total of 8 students. So tell me your answer. And the same problem, same kind of problem we have attempted in the last class, right? At the end of session, we have seen this kind of problem where we have three set system. Okay. So how we start in this kind of problem? We always start with the most inner part, right? Innermost part we will start with. Like in this case, all three are playing. How many? It is 8. So we will start from that only. 56. 56 is what? They are playing football or hockey. You have to tell me, like it is for football or hockey or cricket. Write something before 56. 26. Okay, that wouldn't happen actually. Let me tell you how would you solve this problem. Let's do a Venn diagram. Total number of students in the group. Yes, yes. I think this problem we have already covered, isn't it? Tell me. Because I have given you one problem. I have actually I took an as an example of illustration part. So tell me, is it the same problem or different one? Yes, total number of student in the group. Same, same. Okay. So I think this is we are done. Forget them. Let's move to the next problem. Thank you. Give me some hint. What was the problem exactly? Because I have couple of problems. I don't remember exactly which two those were. So please, anybody, give me a hint. What was the problem? What was some data like in a class of 60 students? Okay, 60 students. Thank you. Let me check. Thank you. Okay, fine. I got it. So in a class of 60 students, okay, total of 60 are there, and we have 40 students who like mathematics. We have total of 40. Science 36, science 36, okay, and we have both the subject. It is 24. And you have to find three part of this. First is maths only. Then you have to find science only. Same question. Third is either math or science. Okay. And the last part was neither of these two. Neither math nor science. Thank you. So what is your answer? Tell me your answers. How many maths? Probably will be lesser than science, of course. 16, 12, still confused, 4, 8. Okay, okay, okay. Let me check, let me check. So again, this problem we can easily solve using, these are the total of students, 60 students, right? Now let's start with the Venn diagram. Here we have, okay, anyway, this is mathematics, and let's see, this is both. So here we have 24, right? This is mathematics, this is a science. So 24 is common, then we can find out maths only, it would be 40 minus of 24, that is 16. Very good. And it is science only, so it would be 36 minus 24, that is going to be 12. So yes, one is 16, and second is 12. Let me use some other marker. This is 16, this is 12. Okay. Next is third one, either maths or science. That is nothing but, in third case, you have to find the number of students in which we have M union C basically. M union C means this reason. 16 plus 24 plus of 12. 16 plus 24 plus of 12. Okay. So this is the answer for third part, which will be much? 16 plus 24 is 40. 40 plus 12 is 52. So that is the answer, right? And of course, once you have identified what is the value of union, then what is the value of neither? That would be M union C and its complement. That is going to be total minus of N M union C. That is 60 because we have total of 60 students. It's not C, it's science S. Sorry, I thought chemistry. It is S for science, okay? Next problem is there any doubt in this one? Anyone having any doubt? Next is, good. Next is, question number 2, it was, we have to find out in a certain conference of 100 people, is it? Again, give me some hint. How many total students or people, what exactly problem is? Very good, Silong, very good. Test to college, having any doubt? Test to? Silong, what is the next problem? Okay. All right, let's do the next problem. Question is, at a certain conference of 100 people, there are total of 29 Indian women and 23 Indian men. Out of these people, 4 are doctors. Out of these Indian people, actually, okay, Indian people, 4 are doctors. 24 are either, and 24 are either man or doctor. See, these questions are all about understanding the language, okay? You have to draw a relevant diagram. Man or doctor. There are no foreigner. There are no foreigner doctors. Find the number of women doctors attending the conference. So again a big story. Okay, question is again easy. Attending the conference. Anyway, before than this, you have your time. Let me solve the first one. Okay, and please check your answers if these are correct or not. One circle, second circle, and this is the third circle. Make bigger circles so that things will be very clear. Okay, now you see. Football is 65. Anyway, we'll start from the innermost part, which is 8. So this is 8. And we have, this is football, this is hockey, and this is, let's say, cricket. Right? So this is total of 8 inside. Hockey and cricket, we have 15. Hockey and cricket is 15. This is hockey and cricket, right? So this total is 15. This is 7. Okay? Similarly, football and hockey. Football and hockey, how many? These are 20. So if this is 8, this will be 12 then. Similarly, football and cricket, we have total of 25. If we subtract 8, that would remain 17. Okay? Now you see, total of football we have 65. So this circle, this value will be, this segment here, it would be 65 minus of 17 plus of 12 plus of 8. Okay? We will subtract the total minus of which they are common. So 65 minus of, this is 17 plus 8 is 25 and plus 12 will be 37. So we have, this is 8 and this is 2, 28. Similarly, we can find out for these two also, right? This is total of 45. We have 45 here. So it will be 45. This is F. Hockey we have 45 minus of 12 plus 8, 12 plus 8 plus of 7. That is 45 minus of 27, which is, this will be 8, this is 18. Alright, so this is the answer, 18 for hockey. And finally for cricket, we have total cricket is 42, so we will subtract 42 minus all these value, right, which is 17 plus 8 plus of 7. 42 minus of 32. Alright. This is 17 plus 8, which is 25 plus 7, 32. This is 10. So please check your answers. This is 10, 18 and 28. So how many total students? If each student is playing something, right? No student is there who is not playing any of the game. So basically to find out the total student, right? We can add them together. So total student would be how much? Those who have already done with this problem, please find out the answer for next problem, the conference one, okay? And here you will get the final answer is total students would be 28 plus of 18 plus of 10. Alright, which is, this is 6 and this is 5, 56. Alright. Just in case, if the problem is given, like there are some student who is not playing any of the game. Suppose there are total of 15 student who is not playing any of the game. Okay. Then what would be the total number of student? Apart from this finding, the value of n football only, right? Cardinal number of football only, and then hockey only and cricket only. And we are given that there are total of 15 students who is not playing any of the game. Then what is the count of total number of student. Let's consider a case where we have if 15 students are not playing any of the game. Then find the total number of students. Then find the total number of students. Tell me what would be the answer. If this is 56, then what is the answer? See, basically, again, you can find out this answer easily, right? Just by drawing the Venn diagram. So what is the addition or modification in this given Venn diagram? Tell me. Anyone. Where I have to put this 15, this extra 15 students who are not playing any of the game, that would be, okay, first of all, this is 28, we have find it out, right? And this is given 18, and here it is 10. Apart from this, what we else have? This is 28. 50. So that I have to put somewhere outside all these three circles. So that is somehow somewhere like out of the circle, maybe in this corner, 15. You can put here or here, that doesn't make any difference. Right? Now, what is the total count? Total count is basically summation of all this plus of this 15. Okay? So that would be total of 56. Total count would be 56. This is previous data, 56, and there are 15, right? 15, so we will add them. So it would be now 7 plus 5, 1, and this is 7. 6 plus 5 is 1, 11, and 71 would be the final answer. Okay? So I think there is no doubt. Is there any doubt, anyone? If there are some students who are not playing any of the games, so we have to put it outside the circle and we will add them while finding the total number of students. Two more scientists alive. Who they are? Again, okay, one more time. So tell me if you are getting this 56. Is it clear? 56, how we are getting 56? Yes, Naharlagan. I'll repeat it. Tell me, bachcho, first of all, are you done with this 56 number? How is it total number of students initially? The question which was actually given to you, answer would be 56. Yes, Silok, very good. What about Naharlagan? Naharlagan, say something. Two students CC4. Yes, very good. Okay, tell me the question exactly. Let me find out the question. Actually, I have missed something, I guess. Question was actually find the total number of students in that group. Okay, assume that each student in the group plays at least one game. So there is no one who is not playing any game. So diagram is all good, right? There is no error in the diagram. But we are not supposed to find out the number of total student only playing like football or cricket or hockey, right? That is not the question. Question is something else. We have to add all the given numbers. Okay, okay. A small change because I didn't check the actual question. That was 28 plus of 18 plus of 10, bacho, and then we have 12 plus of 8 plus of this 17 plus of 7. We will add all the given numbers. Yes, very good. So that would be total of 100, right? Correct. 100 is the correct answer. Okay, now in this case, in place of 56, we have to put simply 100 actually. What was the previous data, which is 100? So 115. That is the final answer. Okay, so Naharlagan and CC-Pur, one more time, okay? And till then I'll request Silong and the other student who have solved it, okay, please solve this question, this conference one, okay? Find out your answers. This is a good one. Question is, so basically question you have understood, let me tell you the solution part, okay? We will start from the innermost part, that is all three games. How many are there who play all three games? 8. So we will fill in here 8 students, right? Now you see, move ahead. Hockey and cricket, we have total of 15 students. So hockey and cricket, I think this is the reason, this reason you see, is the reason in which they are playing hockey and cricket both. So if this is already 8, what is this number? To make it 15, I have to put 7 here. You getting? 7. Similarly, this one, football and cricket. So it is given 25 of total. So 25, and we will subtract 8, that will be 17. Similarly, we can do for football and hockey. That will be 20 minus of 8, which is 12. Right? Which is 12. Similarly, we can find out the number of students, they are only playing football and hockey or cricket, right? By subtracting this 65 minus of all the figure, all these 17 plus of 8 plus of 12. So that would be 28. Similarly here, 18 and 10. Right? These are the students who are playing like only any of the game or maybe 2 of the game or 3 of the game. I mean all 3 games. So basically these are the total number of students in the group. That we will, for that we will add all the given number. So we will have here 100. I hope this is clear, right? This part is 100. Now I have considered a second case where apart from this information we have 15 students are not playing any of the game. Actually, bachcho, in the given problem in the homework problem, we were assuming that no kid is there who is not playing any of the game. They have to play at least one game, right? So if there are total of 15 students, so we will add them. So basically what is the case? Apart from these circle, apart from these players, there are some non-player student, non-playing student, right? Which is 15. So total number of students in the group would be 100 plus of 15. 115. So will be 0. Answer is 0. Answer is 0 for which question? Which 0? Say it clearly. Itanagar. What are the answers for the next question? Find the number of women doctors attending the conferences. Yes. Okay. So no doubt in the previous question, let me increase my pace. Actually, we are too slow for now, I think. Okay. Anyway, At a certain conference, we have total of 100 people, right? Total of 100. The rectangle part we have 100. There are 29 Indian women and 23 Indian men. Okay? So these are the total Indian women and total of Indian men. Indian women I have 29. Indian men I have 23. So if I were to add them, it will be how much? Total Indian. It will be around 252. Total Indian. Anyway, out of these Indian people, right, 52, okay, 4 are doctors and 4 are either man, 24 are either man or doctors. Very good. There are no foreign doctors. So basically, when we talk about the doctor, there are no foreign doctors. So whatever the number of doctor, they have to be Indian. Anyway, so this is correct information we are given with 4 are doctors. All right. We have to find out the number of women doctor attending the conference. Okay. So you have to use this information here. 4 are doctors and 24 are either man or doctor. So basically it is the union of total man. It could be man or it could be doctor. So that is given 24. And remember, 4 are total available doctor. Accordingly, you please solve the question. Let me check if question is correctly now. I have written correctly. This is the enough-ent, right? 52, these two numbers are enough-ent. You please solve it. You have 2 minutes. Try to solve this. We have total of man or doctor. So basically, union doctor. This is given how much? 24, right? And we have total of how many men we have? It is given 23. And we have number of doctors. Total doctors is given 4, right? So I think we can find out the common part, right? If I were to draw a Venn diagram, for M and D, this is M, this is your doctor. So this total is given 24, right? 24. So bachcho, what is the value of N, M intersection D? Those who are man and actually doctor, those will be how much? That I can find out 23 plus 4 minus of 24. That would be how much? 27 minus of 24, which is 3. Right? This is 3. This is given how much? 1. This will be 1 then. And this will be total of 20. If you were to add them, it will be 20 plus 3 plus 1. So again, from this diagram also you will get number of men's, those men who are actually doctor will be total of either man or doctor, basically, right? Union. I hope there is no doubt. So it will be N, total of N, man, union, doctor. That would be 24. 20 plus 3 plus 1. Now you see further, we have 29 Indian women, all right? Okay, total of Indian women. Out of these Indian people, 4 are doctors. So how many actually doctors are there? How many doctors are there? Total of 4, right? I think this is done. This is done, right? Because this is the value which we have actually those doctors who are actually men. These are the doctors who are basically men, right? So 3. Total doctor we need how much? 4. So I think 1 is the number in which we will say the number of women doctor. Total of women doctor is present 1. Here, doctors who are men equals to 3. Therefore, doctors who are women is total doctors minus men doctor. Men doctor. That would be 4 minus of 3, which is 1. So this was a good problem. Like there is no use of actually 100 if you see. Right? We could have, like modified some problem and modified the given situation, and we can create more problems because we got a total of 100 people. So we can use that information also. All right. Let's see more examples. Not cleared. Which part exactly? Tell me which part you have doubt. Nahar Lagan. Shillong, what about you guys? Any doubt? Sisipur? You have to tell me which part exactly. See, you can think of this way also. If you have to find out the female doctor, right? So what you can do is, total doctors are given. Total doctors are given 4, right? If you were to solve for total number of doctors who are male, somehow you get the information of doctors, those who are male, right? You can find out the remaining one, the doctors which are female actually. Total 4 minus male doctors, right? Now to find out the male doctor, there is something given to us. Total of doctor, this is total of males available, we have 23, right? And either man or doctor is given 24. So basically these M versus D, man versus doctor, for this particular we can make a Venn diagram. Okay? Again that M intersection D. Yes, you see now, you have to understand this part. It's very easy, don't worry. 24 are either man or doctor. When you say either means you have choices. Either means this total union part. Either means what? Either actually. A, either B. Either A or B. What does that mean? That means A will be fine or B will be fine. Right? Only A will be fine, only B will be fine. Both A, B, that is also fine. So union is basically either A or B means this circle, this total circle, right? The first circle and this dark inside second one. But that is not the case. You see, intersection we have to find out. Why? Because we are given with the union part, M union D, 24. 24 are either man or doctors. So this is 24. How many mans are there actually? Total mans? This is 23. 23 are Indian mans, right? So that is given 23. How many doctors are given? 4. Now how we can use this complete doctor information part? Because the reason being that there is no foreign doctor, bachcho. So any doctor who is present would be an Indian. It has to be an Indian. Okay? So that is the reason we are actually taking this complete data, 23 and 4 together. So we can find out the value of intersection, those number in which they are male and they are doctor. So total number of male intersection doctor would be how much? Let's erase this. If you are not comfortable, erase this. Use the simple formula. Use completely formula part. We have this formula, M union D equals to NM plus of ND minus of the intersection of both. Right? You agree with this? You please put down the values here. This is given 23, this is given 24. This is given 24, this is given 23, this is 4 minus of, let's say, x or intersection. So value of intersection would be 24 minus of 23 plus 4. If I were to take on LHS, it would be 23 plus 4 minus of 24, which is again 3. Venn diagram, forget it. Venn diagram, you can forget it. I'm not saying a Venn diagram is always useful. If language is in that way, you cannot find it very clear or not that easy, you can skip it. You can go with the formula. Practice. For that, you have to do practice. About the band diagram is always you can draw na yaar. See, you have to consider some x. Basically, when you will try to draw the Venn diagram, you have to consider some x value. You have to take this x, right? You have to take this x. Basically, if intersection is not given, you should not draw a Venn diagram actually. That is my recommendation. If you were to ask me, sir, when we have to use Venn diagram and when we have to use formula, so I would say, if intersection is not given, do not draw a Venn diagram. Because Venn diagram is actually useful when you are given with the intersection part. Because intersection is given, now you can move ahead, you can move outside, right? But if intersection is not given, then you should use formula 1. You please copy it for now, and when you will be back at home, analyze it. If you have still any doubt, let me know. I'll make it clear. Yes. 3. Very good, Cheetanagar. Next is understood. Very good. Great. Next is in a class of 35, students, we have 24 students who like to play cricket. 16, they play football. Also, each student like to play at least one game. Right? So there is no one who is not playing any of the game. So assume every student plays some game. This is cricket, this is football. Find how many students like to play both the game. It is a very easy one. You please solve it. I'm just giving it. I'm giving this kind of problem so that you guys would be more comfortable. At least solving an easiest problem, right? Not tougher like when we have 3 set system. But you should always be able to solve 2 set system. Next is a group of 50 people, 35 speak Hindi, 25 speak both English and Hindi, English and Hindi, and all the people speak at least one of the language, right? So they have to speak any of the language. There is no one who is not speaking any of the language. Okay, any of the languages. How many people speak only how many people speak only English, also we have to find how many first, second, how many people speak English. Yes. So question seems to be same, but they are so much different, right? How many people speak only English and how many people speak English are two different questions. Okay, so what are your answers? In a class of 35, we have total of 24, okay, who play cricket. 16 play football. A simple Venn diagram problem, okay. How many students like to play both the game? So basically, again, we have to find out intersection. So do not actually draw a Venn diagram. Again, you will get some doubt. So I would say, bachcho, that you can use the formula now. And remember, as you can write A, let me tell you, this is A union B equals to NA plus of NB minus times and A intersection B. And the other form of this, we can also write this as NA intersection B equals to NA plus of NB minus of their either part. Both are same. Basically, we can have union, intersection. We can have intersection, this is union. Yes, right? So using this formula, bachcho, let's find out the answer. This will be 24 plus 16. 24 plus of 16 minus of 35. 35. What is the answer? 40 minus of 35. So there are total of students who actually like to play both the game, cricket and football. Cricket and football both. 5. That is the final answer. No. Answer, how it is 20? How it be 20? For question number 1 I am talking about, okay? How it is answer 20? 20 for which question? There is no data which will give you 20 actually. 20 is the most irrelevant option. I'm sorry to say, but really, 20, there is no way to get 20. How you are getting 20? Silong, bachcho, are you getting this part? You have to add 24 plus 16 and then you will subtract 35, the either of any game, or I would say the total number of students present, that you have to subtract. Yes, it's 5, right? Or if you want to draw band diagram, now you can draw actually band diagram. Once you will identify the C intersection, basically once you will get the value of intersection, you can always draw its band diagram. In this case, band diagram is something this. These are the students who like to play, suppose, cricket, and these are the football. So if this is 5, now this value is 5. Okay, this value is given 5. If this is 5, how much is this? Football. Total of football we have 16. So this is here 11. Total of cricket we have 24. So this will be how much? 19. 19 plus of 5 plus of 11 would be total number of students. So total number of students would be 19 plus of 5 plus of 11. This is how much? 30, 35. Yes, that is correct. 35 students. To draw the band diagram, you should always have the value of intersection first. Good. Very good, Itanagar. Okay. This is again I am telling you, when you are drawing the Venn diagram, make sure you are given with the value of intersection. Then only you will go for Venn diagram. I mean, that is, we have actually checked, that is not the answer. In a group of 50 people, yes, Silong, come back to this. In a group of 50 people, 35 people speak Hindi, right? 25 speak both English and Hindi, okay? And all the people speak at least one of the language. So basically there is no one which is outside the circle. You getting this part? If everybody present speaks something, so basically there is no one which is lying outside the circle. Solution is in this case we are given with the value of intersection, so we can make we can make the Venn diagram. That would be a good idea. Values are given how much? Intersection we have 25. So if this is, let's say, Hindi, this is, let's say, English, okay, this is, we have 25. This is, we have 25. Total Hindi is given 35. So the people who are only speaking Hindi would be 10. Similarly here for English, now you see, how would you calculate the value of this circle actually? You tell me. This segment actually. There are a total of 50 people, right? So let's put it here 50. Total 50. Now if there is nothing outside the circle, so basically all these value x plus 10 plus 25 would be making total, right? Total, which is how much? 50. So this is 35 plus of x. From this value of x we get 50 minus of 35, which is 15. So this is x value, which is 15. No, not 13. It's 15. How are you calculating? I'm not getting it. Okay. So answers, now you see, finally answers would be HCF is 13. Where is this HCF coming from? HCF is highest common factor. There is no need to find out HCF. First, you have to understand the language, you have to understand the question, then only go for the solution, right? Do not misinterpret anything, do not assume anything. Whatever given to you, accordingly, you have to do the solution. Right? Itanagar, what is SCF is 13, I'm not getting bacho. Anyway, tell me if you are having any part in this solution. This is X value which is getting 15. Now you see, these are the answer. How many people are there speak only English? Only English means the people who are only speaking English, not Hindi. So basically this is 15. Because X are the people who are actually speaking only English. Right? X are the number of people who are actually speaking only English, not Hindi. Value of X is 15, so my answer for part 1 would be 15. When it comes to total, how many people speak English? So that is nothing but total English speaker. That may include the common part also, Hindi plus English, right? So that is 40. Very good. Very good, Silong. 15 plus of 25 is 40. Yes. Good. Good, Naharlagun. Itanagar. Any doubt, anyone? No? Then do some more problems. Let me check if you guys are comfortable or not. Just one more thing. What is De Morgan's law? Do you remember, guys? Ankit sir might have discussed with you De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. It says simply two formulas we can follow here. First one is A intersection B whole complement, right? It would be A complement, and we will reverse this sign. Union complement. Sorry. Do you remember this? Second one is bacho, A union B. Yes, very good. A union B complement would be A complement intersection B complement, right? So this second formula is nothing but neither, actually, this neither part. This is nothing but languagically, when you comes to language na, it is nothing but neither A nor B. Do you remember? Neither A nor B. Basically, neither A nor B means A union B complement. Total minus, we will be doing total minus of this. So this formula is nothing but it represents neither A nor B. Alright? Anyway, so just for the revision. Which is also same as total minus of an A union B. Right? Question is, if A and B, if A and B be two sets containing containing 3 and 6 elements, 3 and 6 elements respectively. What can be the maximum and minimum? What can be the minimum number of elements in A union B? In A union B. Find also the maximum number of elements in A union B. The maximum and minimum, okay? So this is a good problem. Like even JEE Mains has asked twice this problem, right? This seems to be very, very tough, but actually it is very easy. You just have to understand what can be the possible maximum value, right? To get the maximum value, what should I subtract? In the formula of NA plus NB minus of NA intersection B, where NA is given 3, NB is given 6. You can also take help from the Venn diagram, okay? Take your time and tell me your answers. Let's see. If A and B are two maximum, okay. Anyway, we will also draw the Venn diagram, but if you want to use formula, let's see with the formula part. We have to find out the minimum value or maximum of A union B. So let's find out A union B formula first. It is NA plus of NB minus of intersection B. What we are given? We are given with NA equals to 3 and B equals to 6. Right? NA is given 3 and B is given 6. This is 3, this is 6 minus of intersection B. 9 minus of N A intersection B. Tell me what should be the minimum value. Okay, actually, first of all, you please find out the maximum value. First of all, maximum value. We will do second first. This is second part. This is the first part. So finding the second part is quite easy one, right? So let's do first of all second part. See, 9 is fixed now, right? You cannot change this 9 part. You have to make the maximum, you have to make the left side, right? A union B, you have to maximize it. Let me ask you a very simple question, bacho. If y equals to 3 minus x right? Remember, this x basically cannot be negative. It is always positive, or it can be 0. Basically non-negative number, right? A intersection B can be 0 if there is nothing common, or it would be a positive number. There is no way to get negative value, right? So first of all, okay, avoid this one, y equals to 3 minus x, please forget it. If you have this 3 minus some k, right? 3 minus some k. Now what you can take the value of k, where k is a non-negative constant, so that you will get the value of y is maximum. Nine, not 3. If you see, you can take any of the value. You can take like k if you want to take. Okay. You cannot take 10. First of all, if you are thinking that you can take 10, that is a correct idea. I mean, that is an incorrect idea. You cannot take k as 10 because the reason being, individually they are total of 3 and 6. So there is no way you will get more than 9 actually. So somewhat you can take value of this A intersection B from 0 to 9. That you have to understand. More precisely I'll tell you, but greater than 0. It has to be greater than 0 or 0. No. Don't worry. What is the maximum value? To get this maximum, we have to subtract the minimum of this. Bacho, maximum of this will be when we are subtracting 9 minus of minimum. Please try to understand. 9 minus minimum, because we are subtracting, right? So if you subtract a higher value, this subtraction will be, the value will be smaller. But if you need this value higher, maximum, so we have to subtract the minimum. The minimum is 9 minus 0. Intersection you can take 0. So it will be 9. So A union B maximum value is 9. And when you are getting this maximum value, bacho, this is the Venn diagram. Basically, to get maximum of A union B, you have to make two disjoint circle. This is called disjoint set when there is nothing common, right? So if this is A and this is B, this is given 3, this is given 6, so there is nothing common, you will get A union B as how much? 3 plus 6 directly. If you have to subtract 0, it will be 3 plus 6 only. That is 9. Are you getting this? Tell me. Second part is actually easy, right? It is all about the intersection, right? The value of union will be decided on the basis of intersection. What is the minimum possible intersection? What is the maximum possible intersection? Shillong, Naharlagun, Itanagar, Sisipur. Please, everyone, tell me if you are getting it or not. Can you repeat the maximum? Yes, I'll repeat it. Okay. This formula part, I think this is clear to all of you. Take your time because this is really a nice problem, and this kind of analysis you will be doing for entire year, right? For entire year. There will be always some kind of question will be based on maximum and minimum, right? So, bachcho, to get the maximum value of this site, LHS, 9 minus, what we can subtract actually? We can subtract the minimum value of this. If we subtract the minimum of this value, this subtraction will be higher, right? Suppose if you were to subtract, suppose 1, it will be 8, or if you take this 2, it will be 7, 3, it will be 6. You getting my point? So what is the maximum when you subtract 0? A intersection B is 0, means there is nothing common, there is no common thing. Disjoint set. If A and B are two disjoint set, their union will be maximum. Union value will be maximum. To get maximum, we will be doing 9 minus of minimum of this intersection. Intersection minimum can be 0. So 9 minus 0, we will get 9 as the final answer. See, the thing is, let me make the same data. If this is suppose 3, what are the possible situations? Like if you do not know nothing, what is the possible situation, bacho? Okay, I have got a good idea to describe this problem. Just see. This is one of the possible way. Okay. The other possibility is you were to draw this way. You don't know what is the nature of A intersection B, what part is common exactly, right? So you can do this way also, right? This total we have 3, this total is given 6. There will be some intersection value also. Okay. Now the other possibility is that the second, this is third. When you can consider this situation when B is outside, because this is 6, right? This is 6. And if this is 3, we can take it completely inside. A you can assume completely inside of B, inside of B, right? The bigger one. This is, let's say, B, this is your A. There is no other possibility other than these 3 given situations. Do you understand this? Say yes or no. I have considered all the possibilities in which there is something common, there is nothing common, and the third case which says B is a subset of A. B is completely inside A. Yes, very good. Now, this is the case when when intersection value is 0. Okay. This is the value when intersection value is how much? 3. Because B is nothing but the intersection. Here, let me give you some hint. Hint is A intersection B is nothing but, sorry, this is not B, this is A. This is A, this is B. Okay? Are you getting this? A intersection B would be exactly NA, right? Which is given 3. This is the case when we have A intersection B in between 0 to 3. Right? Now you can find out the answer. You can find out the maximum of intersection, minimum of intersection accordingly. To find out the value of union, maximum or minimum, you have to subtract, right? If you want to get the maximum value of union, you have to subtract the minimum of intersection, right? On that note, bachcho, answer for first part. A union B, minimum value would be 9 minus of maximum of this, right? Maximum of A intersection B maximum. That would be 9 minus of 3. That was, I was telling you, I will tell you what is the precise value of intersection. I mean, what is the range of intersection? It will vary from 0 to the lower set, the lower value set, right? Which is NA here. You cannot take A intersection B as 6. Because if one set is 3, how is it possible you will get 6 as common, right? To get common thing, you have to get those kind of number, na? If there is only available 3 maximum, there is no way to get common part is 6. So always remember, bacho, intersection part, the maximum value of any intersection would be lowest of the given set. If there are 2 sets, lowest of 2. If there are 3 sets, lowest of 3. Is it clear to all of you? This is 6. Answer is 6. So part 1, answer is 6. Minimum value is 6. Maximum value is 9. Yes, very good, Silong. Very good. I need everyone to reply on this. This is really important. Do not just mug it up, okay? Like, not like ki, this is 3. I will remember now that NA would be, we will be subtracting always NA. No, that is not the case. I'll give you some notes also. Don't worry. Write down some notes. Note number 1. Note number 1. Note 1 is minimum value of A intersection B equals to 0. That is, A and B are two disjoint sets. Okay, bachcho, minimum value of A intersection B you can take 0. That is, A and B are two disjoint sets. Second condition is maximum value of NA intersection B, right? It is the minimum of, you have to understand this, minimum value of NA and B. Okay, let me tell you what is this meaning actually, this whole thing, what does it mean? Sorry, NB. Basically, when I'm writing this minimum of NA and B means whatever the NA or NBs are, right? If suppose this kind of things are there, right? Minimum of 2 and 3. What is the answer? 2. Minimum of 2 and 3 basically. That is 2. Minimum of 5 and 4 is 4. Maximum of, always remember this in my classes, this will be in each and every chapter you may witness this kind of thing, right? Maximum of 1 and 7 is 7. Okay? So kind of that. NA and B, whatever the values of NA and NB, we will consider the minimum of them, right? So whatever the minimum of this will be the maximum value of A intersection B. Say yes, please, everyone, if you are getting it. Otherwise, I'll repeat it. But try to give your thoughts over this, then only ask. Very good, Silong. Very good. Just last problem. Let's solve one last problem. Do you need break? Please, everyone. If you are exhausted, please take a break. In this section, in this class, we have to finish sets completely, right? We are not going to start any new topic or chapter. I'll see what I have to start next. Okay, so we can take break now for 10 minutes. And guys, I'm still here. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay? And talk to me if anything I can help you with. Like if you have any doubt in the previous thing which you have covered with Ankit sir, also I'll discuss. Only Silong is been replying. Itanagar, Naharlagan. What happened? also draw these situations, please. For any given A and B, draw these circles, right? I mean, in this case, we have NA is actually smaller, minimum, right? Which is 3, right? Because 3 and 6, we have minimum as 3. So, I think this is clear. Yes, yes, B, we are already having a break. Okay? All right. Narlagan, tell me if you have any doubt. Okay. To enjoy the break time, do not forget to ask your doubts if you have any. Please ask me your doubts. How did we find out the minimum value? Ask yourself, what is the minimum value of anything? If two persons are there, it is like there are two persons, just imagine, there are two persons. What are the minimum number of bays they have? They have same qualities. What is the number of bay? They have same qualities, right? 0. 0, right? I mean, there is no negative number, obviously. But what is the, I mean, quality is not a good metaphor. Just come into my mind, so I just told you. But to understand this, the minimum value of any two thing basically is how many times or how many times they are occurring commonly, right? They are occurring together. So I think this is 0. It can be 0 sometimes, right? Because if there is nothing common, it can be 0. That is the minimum value only, right? Like that is not the case. They are not occurring together and value is -2. No, that would not happen, right? We are talking about the sets. Cardinal number, minimum cardinal number possible is 0. Okay, if there is no element in the given set, cardinal number will be 0. There is no negative cardinal number. So, hence, the minimum number of A intersection B, that can also be 0. To understand minimum is quite easy process, right? If you ask me what is the maximum or how it is maximum we are getting, minimum of NA and NB. That would be a good question still. Okay. Tell me if you are getting it. Naharlagan, can you think of it? Minimum value would be 0. I'm talking about minimum and maximum of intersection, right? Because once you will identify the value of maximum or minima of A intersection B, you can find out maximum or minima of A union B by putting in the formula. When we have to find out the maximum of union, we will put minimum of intersection, right? When we have to find out the minimum of union, we will put maximum of intersection. Okay? Good. What is the next chapter after sets? Okay, you tell me, what do you want me to discuss? Because see, I have asked you, all of you, that how many chapters you have already covered, right? And you guys tell me, sir, like minimum of 6 chapters you all have covered. So I was about to ask you at the end of the session, like what chapter I should start. So tell me, Bacho, if there is any suggestion from your side, which chapter you want me to discuss. Like, let me give you some choices, okay? Some options I'll give you, definitely. We can start inequalities because this is something which we have to use regularly while solving JEE mains or any kind of question. You know, a label up from the CBSE part. Inequalities we have to discuss. Can we do chapter 3? Which is chapter 3 exactly? No, I'll give you some choices. Okay, don't do this chapter 3 or 5. That wouldn't count. Inequalities. Okay. So basically in inequalities, bacho, you might have understood what is linear inequalities, right? How we solve 5x plus 3, 5x plus 3 greater than 2. That you already know, right? That you already know. We will start with the modular inequalities, modulus inequalities, okay, and quadratic inequalities, quadratic, cubic, basically higher order inequalities. In general, we call it Baby curve method. In general, बच्चों, we call it Baby curve method. Practice. Shillong, it's all about the practice. When I was a kid, when I was your years, like for one and more than 1 week, daily I sit like for like 1.5 or 1.5 hour, and I used to remember all the formula. I write it again and again. I practice a lot, and then only I'll be able. I mean, after 1 week, I was very comfortable. You have to practice them. You have to learn them. You have to list down all the formulas in some paper, A4 sheet, maybe some bigger sheet, and you can paste it over the table, right? So whenever you are free, you are going to sleep, you are having lunch. So meanwhile, you can go through that formula chart, right? So then only you will understand all the formula. There are some formulas like there are some formulas, which will be difficult to understand. But again, right, there are some things, right, which you cannot remember easily. But if you look into again and again, it will be up to your mind, right? Okay, that was the formula. This is plus minus. This is sine of A plus of sine of B, right? So you have to look it again and again. That is the only way. Baby curve. Modulus inequalities, baby curve, or we can also start sets. You are done. Relations, tell me, bacho. Relations chapter, are you done? Relations, this transitive relation, reflexive, symmetric relation, all of this has been covered. I mean, you guys done with this now? That is quite easy, I think. In your board schools, it has been covered. No. Relation is not covered. Okay. Can we do one thing? I have recorded lectures on relations. The reason being, I don't want to cover it again. I mean, I don't want to use 1 or 2 more sessions on this relation part because that is very easy, and you guys have already covered it. Maybe you, maybe not, because in some of the school they may actually teach in class 12th, in the starting of 12th. but still fine. I have recorded lectures on this relation part. So if you want, if you fine with it, I can share it with you, right? I'll share it on your groups, WhatsApp group. There is only one or two video, I guess. One video maybe, recorded video is there. Yes, yes, I'll send it on the group, definitely. You please go through that video, right? And you'll be done with it. What is actually the case now when it comes to JEE mains, bachcho, JEE mains? See, in boards there are different things. CBSE is a still common phenomena, but state boards are different. They follow some other chapter in class 11th, some other in 12th. Sure, today itself. Hello, hello. I'll share it on your group, okay? Today only I'll share it. Okay, so I was talking about the first chapter in JEE mains that include all the basics of trigonometry, not trigonometry, of mathematics, fundamental of mathematics or basic mathematics, in which we actually cover logarithms, okay, sets we also cover. Relations is not actually in the JEE Advanced, but it is in the syllabus of JEE Mains. So yes, definitely relations. And then finally we have inequalities. Okay. So basically inequalities are not any kind of chapter, but they are the basic tools of mathematics. They make the pillar of JEE Main mathematics. Right. So on that note, bachcho, as much as I know, that logarithm has already been covered. Sets we have covered completely. Relations is a quite easy one, and if you will simply see my videos, you will understand it. Okay. Inequalities we can do. So inequalities I was talking about. Like there are two kinds of inequalities, most importantly. First one is modulus. How to solve modulus inequalities. And other one is baby curve method. Baby curve method means higher order inequalities. Okay. Silong. Raise your hand, raise your hand. I want to check if I can see you or not. Yes, yes, okay. Great. So we have total of 6 centers live now. I want to check them. Okay, fine. So I'll share it today. Tatso, Silong, Kohima. Hello, Kohima. Will you say something? Kohima. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes, definitely. You can ask question if you do not understand the relation. I just want you to go through that video first. If you have any doubt, I'll definitely discuss. Okay. Question 2 is puzzle, sir. Puzzle, what is puzzle? Question 2 is puzzle. I'm not getting it. Itanagar. What is puzzle? I mean, I know puzzle, but I'm asking what is question 2 is puzzle? Okay, so break is over. Let's come back to this again. Are you guys comfortable so far with all the kind of all kind of this two? I think that you would be more comfortable in two set system definitely. Maybe you will find some difficulty in solving three set system. So let's solve a question of three set system now. Okay, some other kind of problem which we have not covered so far. Question is, write down the question. Write down. Question is, question says, in a college, there are total of 200 students are randomly selected. Okay, are randomly selected. Selected. 140 like T, out of them 140 likes tea, 120 like coffee, and 80 like both tea and coffee. This is quite easy. Okay, okay, easy. Not a good one. This is already covered, right? Erase this one. I want to get some three in which we have total of three things, right? That I want to ask you. Question is, this is two set system again. You can solve it. I just read out the question. Question was very easy. Okay, so erase it. I'm sorry if your space is being wasted, but time wasting is I mean, we have to reduce that. Okay, so let's move to the next question then. Question is, now this is a three set system. In a survey of 500, in a survey of 500 students of a college, of a college, it was found, it was found, it was found that 49%, that 49% like watching, watching football, 53% liked watching hockey. Question is quite kind of same, but in a different manner, right? This time we are given with the percentage. Okay, liked watching hockey and 62% liked watching basketball. Basketball. All right. Also, 27% like 27% liked. Now I'll use some arrows thing because there is too much to write. Football and hockey. 29, there are 29% they like basketball and hockey, basketball and hockey. And we have total of 28% they like football and basketball. We are also given that 5% none of the game. They do not like any of the game. None of the games. Okay. So it is a good question. Don't worry about it because data is so much easy because 500 we can directly count it with the 1000, right? If you're not comfortable with 500, I can make it other data, but I think you can solve it. Okay, actual question start. First part is, how many students like watching all three games? How many students like watching all three games? Second is, find the number of students who like watching only one of the three given games. Three games, right? Third is, find the number of students who like watching at least two of the given games. See, this question is all about to understand this kind of language, like what is the minimum, what is the at least, exactly one, exactly two, or at least one, at least two. So all of that you have to understand first, right? So apart from the language, one more thing that we have to work on is, let's fill in all the given data in Venn diagram. Now, how would you start with probability? You see, I can do you some favor. If you want me to do, I can make it 100. If you're not comfortable 500, let's make it 100, right? So now simply all these datas are being 53 and 49 itself. Okay. If you're not good at 500, please make it 100. Concept will still be same, right? Numbers, calculations will be easier, just, right? And yes, definitely after this chapter, we will start inequalities. I will not cover those things which you have already covered in the board exam. So please make sure that you guys, when you have solved 6 or 8 chapters, you were telling me, at least you have covered with the board level, okay? Which is given in NCERT or in your state level books that you have covered. I will definitely cover that, but not via theory part, right? I'll give you some questions, and then you have to solve. If you're not able to solve it, I'll definitely discuss the theory of that particular question and through the question. Okay. So now, first question is, how many students like watching all 3 games? So basically, we have to find out. Yes. Shillong, there is only one. So don't tell me that some of B can understand means what is that? It is like you are available 4 or 10 in numbers. There is only one. You are the only one. Right? You are the only one. Yeah, tell me what was it? What was you were telling me actually? What were you telling me? No, 2 students. Where is it? I can see only one. Find out the answers. Everyone, please. See, you have to draw the diagram. To make the diagram, make sure, first of all, make sure that you have the value of intersection part. That you should have first of all, right? At first, you have to get the value of all the intersection, all 3. When all 3 are being together, that you have to get. Let's see. 100 a total of there, 49, 53, 62, 2 of the games, 29, 27, 28. Tell me, how would you find out the all common to all 3? Okay, for that you must be remembering this formula first of all. I have covered in the last class, बच्चों. N A union B union C can be written as NA plus NB plus of NC. We will add all the single, 1, 1, 1, and then we will subtract A intersection B minus of N, B intersection C, C intersection A, but we have to add one time A intersection B intersection C when all 3 are common. Okay? I hope this is clear. Now, one more thing. Always remember, bachcho, when it comes to union, this is called total, right? Total. So what is this total actually? Union, when it comes to union, we will have to follow this thing. This will be total minus of those people who are not playing any of this, right? Who are not reading any of the subject, who are not who do not like any kind of game here. In this case, 5%. So we have this total of 5. None of the game. I hope you understand this. Because what happened now, suppose this is the diagram, right? This is the Venn diagram. Now there are total of 100. Okay? This is some data. We will fill in some data here, 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 and so on in all the segments. Always remember there is some other thing which is 5 here, outside all the 3 circles, right? So now when you talk about the union thing, because we have this formula for union, right? You have to understand this. This formula is for union, to find out the union, right? Which is in the other way. From this, if you were to look into this Venn diagram, we can write this. Union will be total minus none of the game. So from this, we will get 100 minus of 5. So value of this union here is 95. Okay, I hope this is clear. So if you understand this part, we can write here 95 equals to, we will add all the data here, which is 49, 53, 62. 49, 53, 62. Minus we will do 27, 29, 28. 27, 29, 28. And then we will add intersection of all 3. A union, A intersection, B intersection, C. Okay? So can you find out this value? 95 equals to, this will be 5 plus 9 plus 3, 12 plus 2, 14, carry is 1, so we will get 5, this is 5, 10, 16, minus of, this will be 28 average, which is 84, plus of an A intersection B intersection C. On solving this, we will get value of intersection, which is 95 plus of 84 minus of 164. Further it is 9179 minus of 164. This value will be 5 and this is 1. So 15. Okay. This answer is 15. So first part answer is 15. Bacho, is it clear to all of you? See this formula, if you remember the formula, then only you will be able to solve it. Otherwise, it will be really very, very difficult. There are so many formula, but I have told you only the required one. In the last class, I have told you like 5 to 6 formula. Those are the only required formula. You don't need to write down all the given formulas in different books. That is not of your need. Okay. I hope you understand this. And once you will write down the formula, again you have to write it properly. It is not 100 entirely, right? Union is always total minus of none of the circle, right? The place, the figure which is lying outside of all 3 circles, or suppose 2 circles. Okay? So total 100 minus 5, which is 95, and now we will plug in all the values here in this formula, and you will get the value of A intersection B intersection C, which is 15. Now we can make this Venn diagram, and once you will draw the Venn diagram, we can simply find out the answer for very easily, right? Second and third also. Venn diagram. Let's make a bigger circles. Not getting. Were you present in the last class? Itanagar. Please, for now, you please copy it, all of this part, and once you will be getting back to your home, analyze all this. That you have to do, right? Because I have almost repeat all the things. I have almost repeated all the things like twice or thrice, even more than that. But if it's still you are not getting, probably you have not understood the last class, or so far we have done like 6 to 7, 8 problems. So that is, you have to take time, like you have to give your own time. You please write down the question again and you have to solve it. So once you will be getting the value of intersection of all three, we will fill it here in here. This is 15. Now we will come back. Let's talk about ABC. What is ABC? Let's say this is ABC, football, hockey and basketball. Let's say this is football, hockey, basket. Football, hockey, basket. This is we have 15. Now, what is F and H common? F and H common we have how much? Football and hockey. 27. So this will be 12 now, right? We have basket and hockey. Basketball and hockey we have 29. So this is 14. What is this figure? Football and basketball. Football and basketball we have total of 28, which is 13. Okay. Moving next. What is this? Only hockey. So this will be around total hockey we have how much? Total hockey is 53. 53 minus of 12 plus of 15 plus of 14. 53 minus of 12 plus 15 is 27 plus 14. 53 minus of this is 11, 4. This will be 12. This figure is 12 here. Similarly, we can find out for F and B. It would be, this is for hockey. Only hockey, I would say only hockey. Only hockey. Similarly, you can find out for only football. It would be around, total football is given how much? Total of football we have 49. 49 minus of 13 plus of 15 plus of 12. So it will be around 49 minus of 13 plus 15 is 28 plus 12 is 40. So it will be 9 now. And of only basketball. Basketball is, this is 9. Total basketball is given 62, right? 62 minus of 13 plus of 15 plus of 14. This will be 62 minus of 14 average 42. On solving we will get 20 here. This is given 20. Apart from this, we also have this figure which is outside one, which is 5, right? They do not like to play any of they do not like to watch any of the game, just 5%. Now bachcho, if you were to add them together na, you will get 100 here. Now please Ita Nagar guys, I'll repeat one more time for you, and today maybe we will extend it for like 4 to 5 minutes. Don't worry, don't panic, and get back to your seat. Okay. give me like 4 to 5 minutes. If this is total of 100, you can always check. This is called the union part, bachcho. You have to understand this. This is the union part. These circle, all these circles, 3 circles, right? This is the union. Apart from this union, we are also given with 5, which these 5% student do not like any of the game. So we will add those students who like any of the game, like all 3 games, 2 game, 1 game, only 1 game, only 2 game, whatever. So basically all the circle, plus there will be some student who do not like any of the game, which is 15. Now we will add them. This is union plus none of the game. We will add them together and will give you the total, which is 100. So I hope this is clear to all of you now. Okay. So that is the reason to find out the union, we have to subtract 100 minus 5. And then for the formula for union, we will plug in all the values there and we will get the value of intersection, right? Which you were getting 15. So once you will get the value of intersection, now you can draw the Venn diagram. Because, okay, I understand now this, you already know it. I mean, once you will fill in here 15, so you can rest, you can fill, all of you can fill it, right? Now, let's find out the answers for second and third part. Because second and third part will be easy when you are solving with the Venn diagram. You are finding with the help of Venn diagram. It will take only 2 minutes, you see. Find the number of students who like botching only one of the given game. Only one game. Only one game means 9 plus 12 plus 20 will be the answer. Only football, only hockey, only basketball, right? Which is 9 plus 12 plus 20 is the answer. 9 plus 12 plus 20 is the answer. This will be 41. 41 is the answer for second part. Itanagar. Guys, you comfortable? Are you getting this thing? I cannot repeat each and every part again, but yes, the most important part, that union part, I have told you. Rest you have to watch my previous video, previous session video, then it would be more clear to all of you. Just keep writing all the things. If you're not getting for now, it's okay. Because some questions, some concept will take time to understand, right? And it's fine, it's totally fine. You just need to copy it for now. You have enough time at your home. When you are back, I mean, when you will be at home, you just analyze it, go through one by one step. If you find any difficulty, I will add myself on your group. You can ask me. Okay? Next is find the number of students at least 2 of the given game. So basically at least 2 of the given game. Now what is the meaning of at least 2? At least 2 means, bacho, at least 2 is just 2 more minutes. Please have patience. At least 2 games. So basically when it comes to at least we will add 2 games. We will add all the cases when we have 2 games, or we will also have 3 games. This is called at least, right? 2 will be work for us and 3 will also work for us. 2 and 3 games, right? So what is 2 and 3 games? 12 plus 13 plus 14 plus 15. This is nothing but, this is the segment where we have 2 and 2, and this is the segment where we have 3 games. So basically by language we have understood, this is the segment, this is the reason which we have to add. 12, 13, 14, 15 will be the answer. (12, 13, 14, 15). Right, this is the answer. It will be 14, 42 plus 12. 54 is the correct answer. Yeah, it was quite tough than the other problems, but it's fine. I hope that you guys could understand it, could understood it. Any doubt, anyone? Can you repeat number 3? Yes, number 3 says, Silong, it says you have to find out those cases when we have at least 2 of the given game. At least means, always remember, at least means at least. Suppose if I say at least 1, that means 1 and higher than 1. Suppose we have total of 6 things, right? And if I say at least 4 apple, you have to choose, suppose, out of 6 apple. So 4 apple will also be fine, 5 apple will also be fine, 6 apples will also be fine. Likewise, here we have total of 3 games. So if it is about at least 2 of the game, that means all 2, 2, 2, that we will add. But we will also add the 3 game situation. Right? So at least means we have to take that particular number and higher than that. Is it clear? Now in the diagram, this is the region where it is 2. This is the region which is having 2, right? This is again 2. This is again 2. Okay, this is the region where it is, where it likes all the 3. So we have to add all these 4 values, 12, 13, 14 and 15. That will be the answer. And this problem we are done with this chapter. I think we have done a lot of problems, like 15 problems almost we have done. Very good, Shillong, very good. What about the other centers? Itanagar, Kohima, Sisipur? Everyone, please. And those who are done, they can leave. And if anybody having any doubt, please stay. Don't stay, don't worry. I'll make your doubts clear on the WhatsApp group if you have any, or in the next class. So don't get late and travel safely, everyone. Take care of your health, and I'll see you in the next class with some new chapter. Okay. Chalo, everyone, bye bye. Take care. Good night.